Welcome to Dragonfly Trading. Hope everyone's doing well today. Today's video is going to be on Bitcoin and Doge. All the hype on Doge. I thought I'd do a little video on this current correction that it's having. I have a camera and a microphone coming. Bear with me till then. Very soon you will be able to see my beautiful face so clearly, and it will take care of the sound problem. Remember, this is not financial advice. This is just the way that I see the market. I've talked about this in every one of my videos on the weekly time frame. I'm going to go over it quickly again for those of you that are just tuning in. On the weekly time frame, when we broke this 50 mark on the RSI, is when the bull trend started. And ever since that bull trend started, we broke the 21 one time, a little bit two times, but we closed the weekly candle back up above it. As you can see, this entire bull run. When we come down here, I want to see us hold the 21, meaning we can wick through it, but I want to see it close back up above it. I don't want to see us closing candles underneath this 21. When we did that before is when we got in trouble and started this downward motion. As you can see here, once that happened, we made a correction. Then we made a flat correction here in the middle. And then this correction needed a partner to the downside. And then it just went on from there. So here, if we break this candle, break this MA, we're going to be in trouble. And then it's going to depend greatly on what we get after that. If we get some kind of connector wave like this, unfortunately, we're going to need a partner for this move to the downside. And then that's not going to look very well for this trend. So on the RSI here, again, once we broke 50, we stayed above 50 the entire time. We pushed up, found support on the 50, pushed up, found support on the 50. Over here, I want to find support on the 50 and push up again. We're going to move on down to the current correction that we're in. As I talked about in my prior videos, we did have an option of hitting the expanded B pocket, which is this pocket right here. This would become a B wave and we'd come back down to the downside. That is the scenario that is playing out here. If you pull your fib from the top of this wave to the bottom of this wave, back to the top of this wave, you will get your projections. I'm going to take the 618 off because we've already passed that. So as you can see, right now we have hit the 1-to-1 and we've bounced. Right now I am on log scale. Linear scale, it changes a little. Okay? On linear, we've broke it. On log, we've hit it perfectly and bounced. If we do not hold this 1-to-1, our next target is the 1.236. The goal is to protect this low of the A. We want to make a higher low. This is a bullish correction when we make a higher low. This is what we want. This red line is where the 21 MA is on the weekly time frame. And as you can see, These targets are coming right into that 21. If we do not hold the 1.236 and we come down to these lower targets and break the A, it will be called an expanded flat. And expanded flats can get very deep. I'm not saying that it's going to, but it's possible. At that point, I want to see a very major buy up and close the weekly candle back up above this red line. What we don't want to happen is that we create a corrective wave up, down, up, something like this. We create a corrective pattern, because unfortunately when that happens, we are going to trend again to the downside. And that is when we get in trouble and we start trending downwards. What we need to see happen here is when we hit wherever this is going to decide where it's going to bottom, we need to bounce off of that with a 5-wave move. This is what we need. 5-wave move off the bottom. One other thing I want to mention, I have this labeled ABC, but it actually could also be labeled at this point a W, an X, and a Y. Inside a WXY is 3 waves. Then you have 3 waves. And then your Y will make 3 waves. This is where we could get a bounce here that can climb correctively and give us a B. So basically this would be an A. This would be a B. And then we get a C. If this scenario happens, the higher the B wave goes, the better. Because that means our C is going to be higher. So that is our 2 options. We have a WXY or we have an ABC. The only difference is that in this leg, we get 5 waves. Like this. Which could be complete. We're going to take a quick look at the lower time frame and see if I can. So right now, off the bottom here, to me, this looks corrective, like we're going to make an A, a B, and a C. But that doesn't mean that this is over and it's just going to roll right back over. We could make a correction down, and then another correction up. We can trend upwards correctively very far to create that B wave. But right now, this doesn't look impulsive to me. It doesn't look like 5 waves. Could I be wrong? Of course, I could be wrong. This is just my bias right now that this is a corrective wave. Let's move over to Dodge. Dodge had a huge correction, has a really nice buy-up wick on the weekly time frame. It hit the 21 EMA. Weekly really needs to hold the 50. We don't have a lot of data here. Well, this exchange doesn't have a lot of data. But Dodge is new, and this is the first bull run it's ever had. So going off past experiences from other coins, we need to hold the 50. So this was a very deep correction. This was an expanded flat. So the same scenario applies. Do we take off impulsive here with 5 waves? Or do we make some kind of correction, and then unfortunately we need a partner for this whole correction to the downside? So what happens here is very important for Dodge, because if this happens, we will start downtrending and we will come down very deep. On the 8-hour, we have bullish divergence, which is good, but it doesn't mean that this can't roll over and reset down on the 30 like it did over here. This can be wiped out. On the 4-hour, the same thing. We have bullish divergence, but it doesn't mean that this can't continue to trend underneath this 50 and get caught. What we need for this to do is get back above the 50 and come to the other side of the band. If you do not have my strategy video on this indicator, you can go to my website and get it. I just came out with a sequel video that is also attached. Let's take a look at the lower time frame real quick. So right now I see 2 scenarios. If we hold this low, we have the opportunity to create a 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, 5. And this inside of here could be a 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, a 5. That is the bullish scenario. But we need to hold this red line. We need to hold this. There's always a bullish and a bearish scenario. The bearish scenario is that this is not a 1, 2, 1, 2, and that this has created an A, a B, and a C. And we could get an A, B, C, and then an A, B, C to the upside, and then we trend back down again. To me right now, if I had to pick a side, we really need to get above this 50. And if this is going to be a 1, 2, 1, 2 scenario, very soon here, we need to take off with separation. What do I mean by separation? I mean We need to go like what you see here. We need to go. I don't want to see us hanging out here. I don't want to see us hanging out here and making some kind of bear flag. I want to see us go ahead and blast off for our third wave. Otherwise, I'm leaning corrective. And it's getting rejected right now off this 21 MA. So I hope this video helped. I hope that it cleared up a little bit of things for you. Please like and subscribe. It helps the channel greatly. And I appreciate each and every one of you. Hope you have a wonderful day.